All right, folks, this is Zurich, and I'm pretty late to the party here. I'm sure you guys have heard about this Hellena Taylor Bayonetta 3 thing. Everybody's making a video about it. I wasn't going to make a video about it, but then I watched some of the stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I might have a bit of a different take, so maybe I will make a video about it. Now, here's the thing. This lady right here, Hellena Taylor, she plays the voice of Bayonetta, and you guys know how important voice acting is to me. But really, I could just have text-to-speech. I don't care as much as most people, so long as I can hear it. I don't feel like I should be playing games like there's silent movies in the 1920s. You gotta have voices. I don't care if you pull some homeless people off on the street and give them some meals, or you use a text-to-speech program that you have in the options menu. I want voice acting in 100% of my games. I don't care. It's very frustrating, especially with me personally. I'm going blind. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to see, but it's really hard to see like this already. I am not going to be able to afford any kind of expensive operation, and so I'm a person also who's financially struggling, and so I empathize with her needing money. She can't even afford to put gas in her car. I don't even have a car anymore. All right, because I can't drive, because I'm going blind and I can't afford an operation to fix my eyes. So you know what? Yeah, I sympathize with her, and I understand greedy businesses. I've been let go from companies because I had to take care of my sick mother who was almost dying, and they were like, oh, you can either come in on your day off or you can get fired, even though you've had to take your mother to the hospital 2 times that week. Sure. Yeah, so I was fired, obviously, because I prioritized my mother's life. So I sympathize with her. I understand these companies who don't care about you at all. They don't give a damn about you. However, at the same time, I don't know anything about how the industry works when it comes to voice acting. Okay, so she said Bayonetta made like 400 million or something like that, right? Okay. Well, I have some questions. I have some questions before I can take a side. What's Nintendo's cut? What's Platinum Games' cut? What's the retailer's cut? What's the bottom line at the end of the day? How many staff members are working on that game, and how long did they work on that game? How long does it take to record your voice lines? Do you knock it out in a couple of days, or does it take years, or somewhere in between, obviously? How many languages is the game voiced in? How many voice actors are they paying? What was your counter offer? I have 1,000 and more questions before I could say definitively $4,000 was completely getting shafted. Because if it only takes you like a week to record your voice lines, meanwhile you got developers spending years of their life making the game, I feel like 4Gs is good. That seems fine to me. Because you, a voice actor, is not more important than the people who actually develop the game. The people who develop the game need to get paid big buckos, and they don't get paid that much as well. However, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get paid well because they don't get paid well. I'm just saying I don't know how the money's getting split up. I don't know how the money's getting cut. And I'm personally have always been on the side when it comes to game developers that the studio heads, the people in charge, the CEOs and stuff like that, the people running these places, the board members need to make sure they take less money. They take way too many pieces of the pie of the profits of that game when they're essentially not important almost at all. Like, it's all about the staff members who make the game happen. The head is the driving direction, but do you really deserve like 90% of the profits? I don't think so. But sometimes it seems like they get it that way. They get paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and all they did was tell people what to do. But like I said, I don't know the cuts of all this stuff. So because I have 1,000 and more questions related to this, my opinion was already lukewarm. I'm like, it sounds like she got a raw deal. I've been there. I'm currently there. My life stinks because of businesses and how I've been shafted and what they've done to me when it was completely out of my control. So I'm leaning towards something probably went wrong on her side, and it's a lot of work It's a lot more than just a couple of days of work to record her lines. And maybe she does deserve more money. But then she goes and says this.
They now have a new girl voicing her over. And I love actors. I wish her all the joy in the world. I wish her all the jobs, but she has no right to say she is the voice of Bayonetta. I created that voice. She has no right to sign merchandise as Bayonetta any more than I have the right.
Now, bro, you just killed all sympathy, not sympathy, but support. I was leaning on your side because I'm in the dark here. I don't know how the industry works. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe you're just complaining and it's not actually a complaint that's valid. Who knows? But when you said that, I'm like, hold on. Is this even a good person? Like, why would she say something like that? What does this person taking a job that's open have to do with what your complaint is? Why are you throwing this lady under the bus? What does that have to do with anything about your complaints right now? I mean, I don't hold any grudges for the person who took my job after I was fired for trying to take care of my sick mother. So why are you holding a grudge towards this lady who's taking a job that you didn't accept? So now I have 1,001 questions regarding how the industry works so that I can know if you've truly been shafted. Because to me, like I said, by default, I'm leaning towards you because of the things that have happened in my life and how evil I see some of these corporations are. But then you say these things that is not cool. It's not cool. And I'm like, okay, well, you're starting to seem not cool to me. So I know the companies are not cool most of the time, but now you're starting to seem not cool too. So are you just being greedy? I don't know, because I don't know the details. So I can't choose a side anymore. And I know you tried to lighten the blow by saying you wish this lady all the best and stuff, but that doesn't change what you said. It doesn't put what you said in a different light to me. You're like, this is mine. This isn't yours. You shouldn't have did this. That's essentially what you did. No, it's not yours. Unfortunately, it's Platinum and Nintendo Games. They own it, not you. They own the voice of Bayonetta. They could do whatever they want with it, not you. They can pay 1,000,001 people who sound like you to make your voice. Sooner or later, they're gonna be able to make an AI say your lines. So trying to act like this lady did a bad thing for taking a job, that's ridiculous. And so now, me going, I'm not gonna make a video on this because I don't really know one way or another, and I'm leaning on her side, but I have the same opinion as everyone else. It seems messed up to me, but I don't really fully know the truth. I'm not coming down hard like the rest of the people. Now I'm just dead in the middle. I'm dead in the middle. I don't know who the bad guy is here. So there's my controversial take on this. As someone, as I said, who's been shafted by corporations for the entirety of their life, it is upsetting to see it happen to other people. But is that really what happened here? How could I possibly know? Because I don't know anything about the industry. But I do know something about people. And what you said there wasn't right. Anyways, just like you said with her, best of luck to you. I hope that you get everything in the world. I hope your financial troubles stop. I hope that you can start putting gas in your car and you can pay your bills. And I wish you the best for you and your family. If you have one, I suppose you probably do. Most people do. But I can't take your side because I don't understand the details fully. And in your explanation for things, you said some shady stuff. So there you go, everyone. That's my opinion on everything. The contrarian speaks. I'm always on a side where everyone else isn't really there, right? I'm not doing this on purpose. It's just I think about things more than the average person. The average person goes, lady sad, lady say she not get paid enough, lady not get paid enough. They company make a lot of money, she not make money, me upset. But me, I'm like, okay, well, what are the details? Like I said, I've told my chat before when streaming, when I look at a clock, I don't just see the time. Everybody else sees the time. For me, when I look at a clock, I'm thinking about the internal workings of a clock. Not every time, but a lot of the time, I look at a clock and I'm thinking, how does a clock work? What is happening here? What are these things here? And if I know how the thing works, then I'm thinking about how the thing works. And I gotta actively stop doing that. So when she's saying these things, and my mind happens to be alert right now, for me, I'm like, what are the details? What are all these things associated with this? What are all these hidden factors that I don't know? I can't just look at the clock and say that's the time when it comes to what she's saying. Sorry. There's my opinion. I don't think it's going to be a popular one because I've already seen 2 videos on this and seen a lot of thumbnails and a lot of titles. And a neutral opinion is definitely in the minority. This is Xeric, and I'm out.